in front of an apartment building shows Phil Hartman in a suit who says, "Hello and welcome to the game show, Talk Your Way Out of This. I'm Travis Kelce." And that's spelled K-E-L-S-E-A. I'm not the tight end for the Chiefs, so please stop sending me all the Taylor Swift mail. Anyway, on Talk Your Way Out of This, we put our contestant in a compromising position, and we then see if he can talk his way out of it. If he does, he gets a grand prize, a trip to Hawaii, though not Maui, thankfully. But if he doesn't, well, he's just going to have to face the music. Now, before I bring out our contestant, it's important to note that he doesn't know the whole story. We are going to tell him that all he has to do is successfully bet a woman in order to win our grand prize. But that woman is one of our paid actresses. It is the situation he will eventually get himself into with the woman that he'll have to talk his way out of. But he doesn't know that yet. Now let's meet our contestant. Shows Norm Macdonald as the contestant approach Hartman. Hartman, here is our contestant now, Mitch Patrick. Welcome to the show, Mitch. McDonald, well, thank you. Pretty weird that you're having this game show out in front of an apartment building instead of in a studio or something. Hartman, don't worry about that. Do you know what you need to do? McDonald, well, my understanding is I got to go into this apartment building here and bed the woman in 3C, and I'll get a grand prize. As Hartman opens the apartment building door, he says, "That's right. Now go in there and get to work." McDonald smiles and gives a thumbs up before entering the apartment building. Hartman, now we have hidden cameras set up all over and around apartment 3C, where our actress is waiting for Mitch. Once the action starts, we'll explain where we're going with this. Cuts to apartment 3C where McDonald knocks on the door. Gilda Radner, as the actress, opens the door in a seductive nightgown. Radner, "Hey, handsome." McDonald, "Hey, young lady. So you're not going to believe this, but some weirdo in a suit downstairs said he would give me a grand prize if I could sleep with you. So I figure we should sleep with each other, and then we can split the grand prize." Radner, "That sounds like a wonderful idea. Why don't you follow me to the bedroom?" Radner and McDonald walk into the apartment and enter the bedroom. Radner purposefully leaves the front door open. Radner bends down seductively, picks up a black afro wig off the floor and says, "I'll sleep with you under one condition, that you wear this wig." McDonald takes the wig from Radner, puts it on and says, "No problem, lady." McDonald looks at himself in the dresser mirror and says, "Wow, besides all the white skin, I really look like a black guy." Radner, "That's right. Are you ready to fuck, you fucking..." Redacted. McDonald, "What? Whoa, you can't say that word." Radner pushes McDonald onto the bed and gets him under the covers. When their heads emerge from under the covers, Radner begins screaming, "That's right! Fuck me, you big black..." Redacted. "I want to get fucked by a..." Redacted. "You fucking..." Redacted. Cuts back to Hartman, who says, "Our actress Joni is constantly using the N-word, which we are appropriately redacting. Are we just a racist show? Why, no. The reason Joni is screaming the N-word and left the front door open is because in the next apartment lives a big black man. Once said big black man comes charging into the apartment to confront the racist language being yelled, he will see our contestant Mitch in an afro wig. Then it'll be time for us to see if Mitch can talk his way out of it. And we're getting word that the neighbor is on the move." Cuts to the hallway outside of 3C, shows Michael Clark Duncan as the neighbor, who exits 3B. Radner, "You big black..." Redacted. "Fuck me!" Redacted. Duncan enters the apartment. Cuts to the bedroom where McDonald is on top of Radner as she screams, "You big ugly!" Redacted. "Give it to me like only up!" Redacted. "Can!" Duncan enters the apartment and yells, "What the fuck is going on in here?" McDonald gets off Radner and sees Duncan. Cuts back to Hartman, who says, "Okay, the stage is finally set. Will Mitch win the grand prize and talk his way out of this? Let's find out." Cuts back to the bedroom. McDonald gets up from the bed naked, looks at Duncan, looks down at Radner, and then back at Duncan and says, "Hey, bro, let's kill this honky bitch." Radner, "Wait, what?" Duncan, "Are you serious?" McDonald motions over to Duncan and says, "Come on, you and me, Jive Turkey. We'll take care of this honky bitch." As Duncan and McDonald begin to approach Radner, cuts back to Hartman, who says, "Well, there you have it. Mitch was able to win our contest by getting the angry black man to agree to kill our actress. He gets a trip to Hawaii. And dead from the earth, we're not alive. It's Saturday Night Alive, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Denitra Vance, and with many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest and host, Frank Zappa. Everybody, Frank Zappa. Applause, applause, applause. Shows Frank Zappa on stage, who says, "Thank you. I was a musician. Some say my work was characterized by nonconformity, free-form improvisation, sound experimentation, musical virtuosity, and satire of American culture. I'm considered one of the most innovative and stylistically diverse musicians of my generation." Applause, applause, applause. Zappa. And I also hosted SNL in October of 1978, early in its fourth season. In my monologue, I sang my song called "Dancing Fool," making fun of people trying to dance to disco. But I thought it would be kind of square to just repeat what I did on SNL, so instead I thought I'd take questions from the audience. Shows Chris Farley in the audience raising his hand. Zappa. "Yeah, you, what's your question?" Farley. "Are you holding?" Zappa. "No, buddy, see, despite the stereotypes of rockers with long hair, I stopped doing drugs. But I support decriminalization and regulation. Now let's see if we can get a more substantive question." Shows John Belushi raising his hand in the audience. Zappa. "Okay, how about you, sir? What's your question?" Belushi. "Listen, I know you got to tell the squares like that last guy that you don't do drugs. But between you and a cool guy like me, what you got?" Zappa. "No, I'm telling you, man, I don't do drugs anymore. Okay, next question. It better be good." Shows Jan Hooks in the audience raising her hand. Zappa. "Okay, you, ma'am. What's your question?" Hooks. "Now, I know that a charming and creative man like yourself wouldn't just give up his stash to a couple of random guys asking, but between you and me, a pretty lady, what drugs do you got for you and me tonight?" Zappa. "Looks like I got to clear something up. Come up here, lady." Hooks joins Zappa on stage. Zappa. "I don't do drugs, but I give hugs." Zappa hugs Hooks. Zappa. "I don't do drugs. Those are for thugs. I don't do drugs, except coffee out of mugs. I don't do drugs. Those are for the bugs. I don't do drugs, but I give hugs." Zappa hugs Hooks again. Hooks begins to pat down Zappa's pockets. Zappa. "Jesus, lady, can't you hear me?" Hooks. "Come on, quit holding out on me, Frank. Where are they?" Zappa steps away from Hooks and says, Reminds me of when Lorraine Newman patted me down for a stash I didn't have back in '78. Anyway, we got a great show for you tonight. I'm here, so stick around as I warn you to not eat the yellow snow. We'll be right back.